Good morning. Today is Tuesday, January 26th. I'm going to start with showing you some stuff I did over the weekend. I had bought a shelf from Lowe's, I think it was, and I'm going to put it above this area on the wall to display my collection of old cameras. So most of these I got from my dad, because he was a camera person. This one here is actually an old video camera. You had to crank it up to get it to work. That was pretty cool. Found this little tiny Alice in Wonderland book. This one here is a pencil sharpener, this little tiny thing. And then, because that one on the corner, the Polaroid, needed a little height to it, I put on a cigar box. That box there in the center goes to the video camera. This, where's my finger? This box here goes to this camera. And that's pretty cool. That one was from my dad. This one here is a piggy bank. And then that one there was from my dad as well. Some really neat old cameras. And then because I had to clear this off to get up there without ruining anything, I kind of tidied and rearranged it just a little bit. Let me back up here as much as possible. Sorry if I'm making you sick. Just kind of organized that a little bit better. This box over here is, this one is a project that I need to get into again. I'm showing on there. It's like a steampunk apothecary case kind of thing. And this one here I've shown on my blog. It's a box that contains a album. Let's show you what's in here real quick. See the popcorn? This is my movie ticket stub book. Now I think I've shown this on my blog a few years back, or last year, year before, whatever it was, but here it is again. So I got had a gift bag that was all ticket looking things. I cut it up, turned it into a movie stub dealy. So I've got this little, this is really hard to do one-handed, by the way. This little book over here. I had started to do a scrapbook page and then changed my mind, but the side of the page here had all these tickets already attached to it, so I created this little mini album kind of thing to tuck in here. And then I just got a bunch of pages and stuck the stickers down, and I haven't been to the movies in forever. And I got a bunch of these from a friend. She had a lot of them for some reason, and she was selling them. So I picked up a few, and I put one in here to add later. But I specifically made the book the size to fit into this box so that I can put it away. Alright, and you've seen my carousel before. This is just my close to my heart inks, stamp inks. This is my, it was a box for barbecue tools, but I use it to hold extra paintbrushes that I haven't used yet. And then that guy right there is a coin for finding 100 geocaches. I need to get my next one for 200. I mean not 200, 250. This here is an original piece of artwork that I purchased in South Carolina. It is a pen and pencil drawing. She went through pencil first and then came back with pen, but it is on watercolor paper, I believe, and it's just got all kinds of neat little extras, like there's a little snail, and this one's called Home Sweet Home 1. She had a few of them. Here's your tag. Hang on a sec while you look at the wall and I can flip the tag over. Snail doodles, pen and pencil, she says. Her name is Michelle Noctus, I think. So, and I bought that for $35 back in the day, and that's at least 8 years ago, 9 maybe. So I'll have to look her up, see if she's got a YouTube channel or any websites or anything. We can look at her art. And of course, that's my big shot. And this is pretty much the same. And then I just did a little bit of reorganizing here. I thinned out what was here instead of having a bunch of things. And then of course that's my geocache doodads tray I'm working in. And then there's my create sign and my name and some puffy flower and flower pot thingy, which I did not make. I bought the big one, and the small pink one was given to me by my mom. Tidied up that shelf, tidied up that shelf, and that's about it for tidying shelves, I think. Hung up my paintbrush art, which a video of that's coming out this week. And nothing really happened in there. I did a little reorganizing up here. Got a few things back there. I had a couple birdhouses up there that needed painted on, but I have several more in the garage, so I just put them out there. And then up here, I'm going to hang, look, there's a nutmeg. Hang this shelf, but there's a special bracket that it came with, and I don't remember where it's at, so I'm still looking. And then there's that side that hasn't changed. I got my little swag on my thing there. And now I'm going to go sit down and continue on with some other stuff. And I'm going to shut it off so I don't make you barf. Alright, I'm back. I've got my morning coffee. That's good stuff. So, last week sometime, I was at Hobby Lobby looking for one of those elegant writer pens. Because I watched Cece make some really cool artwork with that. Where you, here it is. Here's a sample. You write with the pen and then you apply water to it. And it causes these neat colors to kind of come out. See the blues and the purples there and the little smear part? And there's another lady on YouTube. She's got a whole bunch of videos where she's showing what she does with that. I'll have to find her. But it does a really good job of, like if you were to draw a rock shape and then come back in and then go across the pen with that water brush or something and do some really neat effects. And then while I was there, I went over to the home decor area. They were having a 60% off sale of some things, and they had quite a few posters there. And I found this one, and I don't know where my little tag went. Bohemian Gardens or something like that. I don't remember. But this was all together, you know, big huge arrangement of it. And this kind of spoke to me because I like the way that these were done. So what I've done is I've cut up the poster. It was like $1.20. I've cut up the poster. I still have the little blurb that came with it. I don't know where I've put it. It's here somewhere. But I'd like to come back through and maybe do some pen work or come back over with some paints in different colors. And, you know, this will just be for my art journaling, you know. I'm not going to take this lady's work and redo it. This looks like a cat, kind of, you know, and then resell it or anything like that. But this is just for my own personal enjoyment. But, you know, if you go to the markdowns and find some of these posters, this is nice paper, by the way. You know, you can get a pretty good sized piece of paper for $1 that you could use as collage fodder or, you know, repurpose into some different art for yourself. So there's an idea for you. Another thing I did this week was my Documented Life goodie. And this week included some pocket pages. So I used my fuse tool to cut this particular page down to size and then seal this bottom part. So down here I have a little bit of leftover paper. When I was making my dividers in my planner, I had these little strips and I still have them. So I stuck it down here, and then these holes came from other dividers, and then I had these little sequiny things that came from this nail art stuff you can get from the Dollar Tree. This was an iCAD I had started a while back. The prompt for the week was something about using a receipt. So I'd gone to that old Capitol and I had this receipt from our entry, so I stuck it on there. And then there's some Pico embellisher on there. I don't remember what the shiny bits are. I was testing something. It's been a while. I just splat some colors on these cards and set them to the side, and then when I feel like it, I grab one. That piece there is what's left of this heart, because I needed to cut it down to fit on the other card. And then there was just some other little bits of paper that were laying on my table, and I added them on just for fun. So, get that bad boy back in the pocket. This one here is the card I created, and I had that leftover piece of map from my Las Vegas thing. This was the Vegas Strip section, and I had all this left for places I'm not going to go. So I cut circles out of it to use on future projects, and I've got them stowed in this little baggie. But as I was going along, I noticed I had punched out the one that said Sleepy Hollow on it, and that made me laugh because I watched that TV show on occasion. So I used that on here along with my heart, and they had a magazine I was looking at and had the Pisces thing in it, which is what I am, so I just cut that out and stuck it on there. Because it said on here, I don't even remember what, I think it was from last week or the week before. It was a Mary Claire magazine that I'd gotten from the library. You know, you go in there and you ask them if they have any magazines that need to be taken to the recycle center, because they have to switch out the periodicals. And sometimes you can get magazines for free. So she had a few that were being swapped out, and so I took the Mary Claire one and found that in there. It says, the moment you've been waiting for has arrived. You can now establish yourself in your own way and claim the rewards of years of effort. Consistently send yourself positive messages, remind yourself of what you're capable. Ugh, I can't talk. I thought that was very fitting, considering the hop that went on and the subscribers, and I'm almost 600, by the way. I think I'm 5 away from 600. I've put out some feelers to some pen companies, hoping maybe they'd be willing to share some product with me to use in the giveaway, or to use in a video demonstrating some pens, how I like using them. Yeah, you never know. It doesn't hurt to ask, right? So I figured I'd ask. Lots of fun going on there. This is just a piece of vellum from a little set that I have, and I added a piece of that washi tape that I mentioned last week. And then this was a little bit of the collage paper that came from the kit, and I figured out that this little side portion, it actually was open, so I cut a strip to shove in there just to give it some decorative stuff. And there's nothing on the back at the moment, so that's pretty fun. Been doing some coloring still. This is my orange page I'm working on. Really enjoying that. It was funny, my friend she's laid up at home. She's had foot surgery, so she can't do much of anything. And she's been showing some of her pictures. Well, she showed this one that she did, and she did blue as well, and she's done hers all in not Copics, Prismacolor pencils. And I told her, I said that was funny because I had colored mine in exactly the, same concept of all blues. So we had a big conversation about that, and I shared some of my pictures with her. She actually is really loves the color orange, so she's interested in seeing this one when I'm done with it. This one's been pretty fun. And what else have I been up to? Oh yes, this little guy. Let me show you that last. I made a purchase on Amazon. I think it was Dee Dee's video. Might have even been her Ustream. She showed this book. Now, this is not an art book. Don't buy this to use as a glue book. Don't buy this to use as a mixed media book. Okay? This really is a notebook. Now, the reason I got this was because I have, I've got all these little pieces of paper laying around with things on them. Ideas and little notes, and they're all over the place. So I decided this would be very handy for organizing all my notes. And the reason why I thought this would be cool is you get a bajillion blank pages, but all the pages are numbered. Down here in the corner, they're individually numbered. So, say for instance, and you can go in order, or you can just randomly open to whatever page you feel like, of course. Let's see, where have I stuffed one in a strange place? Page 30. Let's see what I put on page 30. Or maybe I won't. Yes, I haven't put anything on it yet, but page 30, I have labeled YouTube channels. I am going to make a list of all my YouTube channels that I'm currently subscribed to and put some information behind them about why I subscribe to that particular channel. And when I see videos of other people saying, hey, go check this channel out, then I can continue writing those on here as well. Shannon likes to do shout outs to channels she enjoys quite frequently. And, you know, I probably should do the same at some point. But, so I don't forget where I wrote that, they have this awesome little index at the front. So you can say, okay, on page 30, I have wrote YouTube channels. On page 10, I've written journaling words. Page 1 is a topic starter section. So I've just kind of wrote measurements of things. And then over here I've got paper measurements. So that says paper on there. So then maybe I'll have card size, whatever's, right? So anyway, if you want a place to jot down information that you can keep all in one location and have an index, then this is the book for you. 800 pages worth. So, definitely can't lose that. Well, I could lose all those little bits of papers. And if you're running pressed for time, you can stuff your pages in your book to use to fill in later, right? Or, if you wrote a bunch of notes down and don't feel like transferring the paper, like TV channels you want to watch or things you want to go do and see, then you can just tape it in. But yeah, because this is a glue-bound binding, you're not really going to want to use this for like a en masse book or whatever, because you will end up causing all those pages to fall out. So I will put the link below for that book if you are interested. It is a little pricier than some things, you know, it's 20 something. But I think I will get lots of enjoyment out of it, so I felt it was worth it. Now, on to my little project I did. Because I'm on the Canvas Corp creative crew, I'm not exactly sure what our official name is right this second, but we were given a little 4x4 canvas and asked to decorate our little canvas in a way that kind of represents ourselves or represents the way we do our art, you know, something like that. So I took that literally. I have added things on here that literally represent me. So let me zoom you in so you can see some of this better. I'm not going to go into complete detail about all the little parts because I did a blog post about this on my blog, and I'll just link that below and you can go there and read what all these little parts are for. But for the most part, all of the items on here are Canvas Corp Brands products. The M isn't, the 42, the bird, the geotag, and of course the piece of book text. Everything else on here was their stuff, including the side pieces, you know. I even used a piece of string that was fallen off one of my burlap edge pieces as my stuff to tie my bundle with. Now this particular thing has been discontinued, so that won't be able to be found. So they don't have seam binding anymore, but obviously you can find seam binding anywhere. But there's my little goodie. Please go read about it and you can learn some stuff about me and all my little funnies if you don't already know them. But I really enjoyed making this, and of course Creative Spaces as well as mine are really tidy, and yeah, that's fact. You've seen my desk. Alright, I don't know. Oh, I've received a couple more ATCs from my swaps. Still waiting on some more ATCs from subscribers. Love to have some I can show everybody. I've gotten... No, I showed you that one. Alright, I got this one. This one came from Tracy, I think. Super cute. Look at the little bike. And she even colored the flowers in the basket. Super, super cute. And the next one was pretty fun to receive. This one's from Nadine. And Nadine did a steampunk style. Check that out. She's got steampunk, one of my favorite things, and she got this bit of canvas here with one of my favorite colors on it. Super cool. And I'm not sure, it might be paper bag even that she's made this on. I'm thinking paper bag or craft cardstock. So I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. I should be getting 8 more at some point. Because our swap group was of 12. So I'm still waiting on those. I've got to go by the mailbox and check for that. Alright, that's it for me today. Hope you're having a good week. Do something fun. Keep warm if you're in one of those yucky places that got lots of snow. I got a little bit of snow, but it didn't stick, thankfully. It's been cold here though. If you're not already a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button over there. Please like, share, comment, ask questions. Love to answer them for you. And if you need to find me in any of my other social media, they're down there in the links below. If you would like to be part of my request for an ATC to hang on my design board and also showcase in a video, then the address is up there in the header and also down in the description box below. Have a great day. Hope you're having fun. Bye.